Today we'll use all the simple shapes we used in the last lesson, circles, ovals, squares, rectangles, and simple lines to make people and places. Hey everybody, this is kind of part 2 about this creating a scene. I'm going to break it down into detail in this video. So, I've got my workstation, I've got my clean piece of paper, I've got my practice sheets from the week before when I drew the oval, the square, and rectangle shapes into clothing so that I could draw people. So really I just need to draw the clothes, and when it comes to the face, it's just simple lines and dots and marks. So it's really simple. What you want to do for the bird is a circle, a D shape, another skinny D shape, or like a slice of lemon shape almost. And then that triangle beak, put them together, and you can make the bird's wings move or however you'd like it to be, like if it's sitting or in flight. So that's what you want to think about. If the person's raising their hand, their arm is going to be up, in front of the screen, or down. So those lines, those directional lines that we've talked about most of the year, diagonal, down, vertical, horizontal line is only right here and here and here. And if there was a neckline, and that should be drawn, see, like the collar, that's another detail. So you want to include all those marks. That's just why we practiced. And a lot of us wrote 3 times, or times 3, and didn't draw 3 birds. But the birds were this easy. And if I want him to kind of fly, stick one out, put one foot forward, stick one back, could be flying. Another shape or lines you should know, birds way off in the sky are like this, like an M, a flattened M or an upside down W shape. That's it. That's how to make birds flying off into the sunset or what have you. So you would have something like that, maybe in your landscape for a winter wonderland. So in my setting, this is my horizon line. It's hills or small mountains covered with snow. Here's a Yeti. And I've got a lot of things going on. Like, is this a real teddy? Is it a real bear, a teddy bear, an elf, Frosty the Snowman, another elf? And who lives in this house? But it is a setting, it is a place. So let's draw another one from scratch. So to have a setting in a story, you need a place. You pick the place. And I usually draw some type of winter wonderland, like it's snow. Maybe there's an ice pond here. We'll keep it really simple in this one. Then I could draw my house right against the sky, the background. Use those shapes. Circle window, square window, squares inside that square, rectangle, circle for doorknob. Now I'm using these lines, wavy lines, to show it's getting closer. So my ice pond and my house. Let's add decoration. These little circular lines, they're scallops, they're decoration to the roof line. Maybe I want a chimney and maybe some smoke. Say the wind goes that way. So what else is going on? Well, maybe it's a forest back here. Really, I don't see everything because of these trees. I just overlap, so I don't have to draw everything about the tree. Sticking that horizontal line where the trees are, you could make one side kind of dark if you wanted it to look more real. But already I have a setting. This is a place. Wouldn't you agree? It's a house. And some trees. I could have larger trees in the background, which would look kind of neat. can create this whole thing, but try not to get in the way of what you're going to draw over the top. Now, I'm drawing with a black permanent marker. If I goof, it's there forever. If you use a pencil, then you can erase that and start over. But this is how to make a setting. Now, remember, include your characters. You need a character in your setting to tell a story. The character could be a bird. The character could be a person. Probably not a car. Sorry. Maybe if that's your thing. Put a face on it. We'll call it your main character. Name it. Write a story about it. There is a story about Frosty that's been around forever. There is a story that has the island of misfit children, and there's a Yeti or an abominable snowman or something like that in it. It's a good old story. Maybe there's a story about a big teddy bear that comes to life. I don't know. Or elves. Yes, I've seen a movie about that. So create the character you want from the shapes we made. You can do this. Just tell a simple story in your drawings. And here's a couple different versions of what a setting could be. I still have my house on the same side, but it's a little closer up. And this one is going to be fun to paint in. Maybe color these in and cut them out and put them on, or create different ones. You decide. Send me your setting. You can do this. It's pretty easy. You decide where things are. What do you want your setting to look like? Who are the main characters? Enjoy.